Okay, we're live with nobody here. So, yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, just scrub forward until something starts happening. I'm going to draw my breakfast and watercolor today. So, stay for that. And we'll just wait till notifications go out and people start showing up. And so, hopefully, it won't be too long. And I'm going to use a different watercolor set today than I normally use. Hey, Terry Brett. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to get out that other stuff to show you guys. Hi, Jasper. Hi, Dee Dee. All right. Okay. Hi, Missy. Hi, Linda Rance. What did I do here? Okay. All right. Sorry. I have nothing on my table. There's the swatch card I started working on, Dee Dee. I didn't get it done. Hi, Tina. So hi, you guys. Thanks for coming. Yep, we're going to do Draw Your Day. And what I've been working on lately, after I finished the Zentangle thing, and I think I showed you guys that one and that one, but this artist really intrigues me. It's Zentangle Art _lover on IG, and she does some just different sort of stuff. So this was one of hers that she did. I'll move the swatch card. And it's just me. I like stuff like that, but it's combination, straight lines, Zentangle, circles, just like that's right in my wheelhouse. Hi, Chantel. The first one, the Zentangle one. Yeah, I like it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it killed a lot of time. I have to say that. And then I haven't seen her do this, but that same artist, the Zentangle art lover, whatever, had done these. They're almost like neurographic. And then I did somebody else's art with them. It made it look like stones. And there's something real appealing about these too. So that's what I've been killing my time doing. Yeah, these are really easy because you just, I repeated just 3 patterns. Yeah, wait a minute. Circles, that, and then the curvy lines. Aren't they cool? So I did 2 little ones, but the problem with this, Dee Dee, oh my God. I love the alcohol markers. I did them with alcohol markers, and the reason I love the alcohol markers is because your color comes out so darn smooth all the time. But now it seems like all my alcohol markers are like the muted colors, and I wanted some bright colors. So I don't want to have to order more. This is the set I ordered. And they're all real muted, right? There's none real bright colors. So I don't know. I haven't gone to Amazon yet, but well, you know what it is, Sherry, and whoever does that is like Cat and Paste. She's so excellent at shadows and highlights. That's how she gets them to look so real. And I did another one. I don't know where it is. Wonder what I did with it. Anyway, you just got to work with the shadows and the highlights, and that's how you get them to look like they're upraised or whatever. So anyway, now that I started using these darn alcohol markers more, I want more. Ugh, why do you do that? Why do I do that? Oh, it drives me crazy. So, and the first set I bought was nothing but bright colors, and I didn't have anything muted. So it's like, oh man, it's driving me crazy. And this damn camera needs to learn to focus, you freak. Maybe it needs its card. It's missing its focus, you freak. Really, Terry, it's just a matter of, come on, focus, you freak. There we go. Ah, thank you. Any little adjustment. So, and of course, on these, I had to work with the colors that I had available. And probably what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try a little bit bigger one, and I'll use the alcohol markers for the base color. And then I'll pick probably 2 other colors, maybe 3 other colors to do the lighter shades and the darker shades. Because, you know, you're limited. What the hell is wrong with this camera? It does not want to focus. If it's going to be testy today, today is not a good day to mess with me because I didn't sleep that great and I'm a little testy my own self. So that's what I've been doing. And then I decided to do this draw your breakfast thing and got out my Jerry Q watercolors, which reminded the ones that Dee Dee had gotten reminded me of the Jerry Q set. And then I realized my swatch card was all goofed up. Hi, Kimberly. So I started doing that, and I got this far, and then I realized I drew that line wrong. It needs to, so it's like, oh, today may not be my day. Just saying. So let's look at some snark first. Let's go to the important stuff. I think this is where I left off. I'd love to help you, but unfortunately, I misplaced my wand. I don't have a wand. I do have a tiara. Normalize being whoever the hell you want to be. She has lettuce on her head. People ruin everything. Is that not the truth? I'm tired and cranky, right, Kimberly? That's a bad sign. That's a bad way to go into the day. Telling idiots to get lost is how I manage stress. I wish I had more idiots to tell off, really. You had me at hello. This is your pharmacy calling to let you know your prescription is ready. I guess it depends on what you're going to pick up, right? And of course, we didn't have to go to the doctor today, so I was really happy about that. And what else? I ordered it, Dee Dee. Bad influence. Oops. And I haven't even tried it yet. I did open the package. I mean, I'm not that adult yet, but I haven't actually put a pencil in and done it. But everybody in Dee Dee's chat said this is the best thing they've ever had. So we'll see. And I'm hoping that the blades I have for a couple of my other sharpeners will work in here. So, okay, Dee Dee's saying you will love it. So we're going to wait and see. But because I haven't had my colored pencils out in like a week. And then Dee Dee, they came and look at, I tore the box. I was so excited, I tore the box. Try number 2 setting. What? Oh, number 2 on the, okay. Thanks, because I wasn't sure. I just thought I'd pick some different pencils and see. Okay, I got it on number 2, so I'll start there. Because it makes the short little sharpen, and you can make it longer as well. So, yep. So I got these, and I won't swatch them because Dee Dee swatched them, but I did swatch them in the Beast. So, the colors when Dee Dee swatched them. Yeah. So here's the swatches in the Beast. So they're really pretty. They're really pretty. So I'll be playing with those. And then I had to go to Walmart again. And you know what I do when I go to Walmart? Not always, but not uncommonly. They have these felt tip pens sitting right next to the Paper Mates. And it said medium point. And I thought, well, they're cheap as hell. I'll try them. And they had like an ultra fine too. Oh, and look at this. Do y'all think this is a medium point? Can you see that? Where's your focus, you freak card? That doesn't look medium to me. And here's a lime green Papermate. That doesn't look medium to me. I'm sorry. It's a fine point, right? Liars, but they are nice. We'll see how well they last. And I liked them for the Beast because they don't bleed through. So, yeah. So that's all the cool stuff I have. So thank you for my super tips, Dee Dee. I can put them in the build now. And that's everything I had. Everything. I don't, let me think. Did I do anything in the Scavenger Hunt book? I know I'm down to just 12 prompts now. So if I get a couple more pages done this week, I should be able to use up. Let me move this. It's definitely in the way. Seems like I did one more. Maybe not. Okay, this one, I think I did this one last week, didn't I? And I finished it and did some shading. So yeah, I think I was going to show you this because if the camera will focus, you freak. You can see the shading and the little bit of highlight. I might do the highlight a little bit stronger. I just used a colored pencil, but I think the white pen. But it looks dimensional to me now. So, and then I coated it with, I didn't have the high gloss, but if I had the high gloss varnish, this would look awesome. But hi, Ruth. Yeah. I'm not going to buy the high gloss because I don't hardly ever use varnish. So let me pull you guys back out. Oh, I did this one this week because you had to do a wish list, right? And I bet most people put all the crap that they want to buy. I just buy the crap that I want most of the time, some of the time. So my wish list entails just wishing I was in charge. Everything would be so much better if I was in charge of the world, you guys. I promise you. You would love your life if I was in charge because we'd all just do what we want all the time. That's it. We'd eat what we want to eat. Nobody would tell you you can't eat this, you can't have that, you can't do this. But anyway, I repurposed some of my art, which I was happy about. I used some gauze as medical and, a paper bag. So that's my wish list. I wish I was in charge. And you have no idea how true that is. You'll definitely vote for me. Thank you, Ruth. I need more votes. And then this was my junk mail page. I get so much junk mail, I swear to God. I think I've said this before, maybe just to Dee Dee, not on stream, but I wish you had the option, and if I was in charge, you would have the option of having a trash can out by your mailbox. And rather than the mailman putting anything that has nonprofit, no postage necessary, anything like that, rather than put it in my mailbox, just put it directly in the trash and save me the time. But I think I collected up some halfway fun stuff. I don't know. This page is always really difficult to do something with, but it also counts as collage, right? Thank you, Terry. Yeah, I need to be in charge. And I think that's pretty much all I did. I'm certain that's all I did. And I'm probably lucky I got that done. I love my chickens. I don't even know what prompts. They're not chickens, first of all. But I like my conspiracy chickens. And that's it. Okay, so I got you guys all caught up. So I only have 12 left, and I think I can get this done. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. They're kind of icky ones, though. Let me see what I got left. I'm going to do Draw Your Breakfast today. I have a song in the lyric and artist, but I'm not sure how I want to just do it. So that one, I will get that one done. Candy wrappers. I don't really have any candy wrappers, you guys. I have 2 Rolo candy wrappers. That's it. because I haven't bought candy since before Christmas. So, and then the treasure hunt map, I'm not sure if I'll even get that one done. And a book page, I can do any of those on a book page. And receipts. So that I'll just slap those in. And a t-shirt saying. And I have too many of those. That's my problem with t-shirt saying, is I don't know if I want to stick to one or if I want to have a whole page. And then include sewing. Yeah, I could do that. And pattern paper, map page, and something vintage. So that's what I've got left. Some of them I have ideas for, some I do not. So we'll see if I get done. I think it would be criminal if I didn't finish my own scavenger hunt, but throughout the year it will get done. And since I'm not eligible for the prize, I'll give myself a prize anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to feel any pressure. Look how neat her little squares are. Well, Dee Dee, if you have cool little templates like this, everybody can have neat little squares and neat little circles. And then if this one isn't big enough, you go to the next size one. And everybody should have them. So there. And you can use a ruler. Focus, you freak. So I'm going to draw my breakfast. And I took a photo of it on March 6th. That's how long I've been thinking about drawing my breakfast. So today is finally the day. And I love this book. I've shown it 100 times. I just love everything about it. So I want to do mine kind of in the same vein that she does. What did Kimberly say? Oh, Kimberly put neat little squares on there. Thank you, Kimberly. I can always count on you. So if you've not seen this book, Draw Your Day. Xander did a thing where she participated in a Draw Your Week, and she did it on a circle. And I'm really inspired by that as well. I have the circle, but I haven't done anything with it yet because I've been scavenger hunt doing. But look at, like, just that little drawing isn't, that's kind of how my breakfast is going to be, actually. So, but I'm going to try and do it in her style of Draw Your Day, just because I love it so much. Geez, I am just totally out of frame. I'm just a goofball. Yeah, this is Draw Your Day, and I love it. I love her style. I love that it looks like it's zero pressure. You know, you can just write yourself a little note, get a general idea. Her drawings are actually much better than you think. But yeah, so I like to remind you occasionally, I'm drawing actually a muffin today. Mine, I hope, is that good or better. So yeah, this book to me is always inspirational. She's got a little bit of everything in here, and I'm not that big on recording my life, but I do like doing something every day. Get it out, Dee Dee. And then she also has a Draw Your Day, and then there's also a journal that I have that I won't be drawing in. So let me just flip through this really quick. And look, on this one, it looks like she's included some little collage pieces. And that's kind of what I think I would like to end up doing, is not just drawing my day, but also if there's some little thing, a postage stamp or something that I collected during the day, that I just can slap that in my book, right? So, but look at how colorful, and they're just so much fun. So this one is much in the same vein, but it's just Draw Your World. That's a really good avocado, actually. And I have avocados because I went to Walmart where I bought the pens. And there's those sliced bananas. I mean, it's just so simple. Sliced banana, an M&M, maybe some, those look like pinto beans. I'm not sure that I would eat pinto beans with bananas and M&Ms. Yeah, but her drawings are always so cool. So that's what we're going to be up to today. And I'm going to do it on the B Paper Mixed Media. I don't think I've done watercolor on that paper, so I may be setting myself up for an absolute complete failure. But we're going to try it anyway. If it doesn't work in the first little bit, I'll get out some watercolor. No, I won't. I'll finish it and we'll call it a day. So, Raisinets. They don't look like Raisinets to me. Hi, Jacqueline. Yeah, see her face drawings. They're not extremely detailed, but they're certainly good, right? So, yeah. What is this? 12 sample ideas for composition. So obviously I wanted to remember that. I haven't gone back to it, but I wanted to remember it. So yeah, I like her books. It's Samantha Dion Baker. Good resource, I think. And because of Scavenger Hunt, I haven't worked a lot in the Beast or anything like that. So hopefully after I get over the push of Scavenger Hunt, I'll get back to doing some of the stuff that I put on my list of things to do. And don't actually end up doing. So, Dee Dee, this is the Jerry Q palette. And when you open that one from Denise, I can't remember the name now, but it reminded me of it so much because it's just so compact. It's just so nice. You get a pretty good selection of colors. It was fairly inexpensive. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it's fairly inexpensive. And then I just put my hand in wet paint. I haven't even started yet and I put it in wet paint. Oh my God, this is not looking good. And then it folds out so that you have your little mixing trays. And I have a swatch card up here. I call it a cheat sheet. And I don't know what I was thinking. It is similar, right? But the little paint pans made me think of it too. These have cracked, but they re-wet really nice. But I put the swatches in a different order than they're laid out in the pan. What the hell was I thinking? So I want to redo this, and I made myself a note, make a new cheat sheet, but I put the actual order down here, so I can still use it. But I don't know what I was thinking. Do you guys ever do that? Think, what was in my head? What was I doing? Why would I do that? I think that about Robert all the time, but I shouldn't have to think of that about myself. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to do this on the B mixed media paper, and we'll see how that goes. And hopefully I don't need Focus You Freak. We'll leave it out just in case. I got some little dirt on here. So yeah, let me get out the spray bottle and spray that again. And we'll start drawing our day. Well, I guess I don't need to wet it yet because I'm going to draw my day first, and then I'll go back in and watercolor it. And what I did was one day when I remembered, I was actually eating breakfast and I remembered to take a photo. I'll be drawing off the photo that I took, and it probably won't be the exact same layout or whatever, but all right. There is my breakfast. And I think I actually, when I finished this, I went and got some string cheese too. Because muffins and string cheese, who doesn't eat that? Hi, Marguerite. So thanks you guys for coming. I'm going to put my photo over here so the lights aren't flashing out the screen, and I will need the Focus You Freak card for a little while I'm drawing, and I'll pull you guys down now so you can see a little better what I'm doing. And I've really only got like 3 elements to this, so I will draw maybe some of the extra stuff around it. So let's just start the bottom of the muffin maybe here. And then the package will end up going off. And that that muffin had actually gotten a little smushed. So, all the excess dough ended up on this side. I'm going to give it a little bit over here just so you can kind of tell that it is a muffin, but and then I'll get as much of the package in as I can so I can go ahead and do some of the lettering. And it's actually not that straight. It's got some down here. Okay. I'd like to fit more of it in, but oh well. And then up here, the mug of the cup is going to actually go off the page. And on these kind of drawings, I don't mind if they're a little bit wonky. So, hi, Ruth. Did I say hi? Hi, Leah. A bunch of people are coming in now. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Dana. One semester I started to draw every day. Other than my self-portraits, I can only remember one other person who chose to draw his breakfast. See, sometimes I think, hi, Kitty Jen. I think it's the mundane things, you know, like in that one book I just showed. She had like a lemon of a, or a drawing of a lemon 3 different times. And I don't know if she was just experimenting with her drawing or she was changing her color or the shadows or whatever. But sometimes I think it's just interesting to do that, you know. And then up here is my all right, I think that'll be a decent looking composition, and I'll add the date or something, you know. I'll add in some little bit of extra stuff. So I think the shapes are all pretty good. And I should at this point just get an ink pen out. Now watercolor and then ink it. I think the thing that let's see, that's kind of curved, so I'll give myself one year for Inktober, I did something where, I did candy wrappers because I wanted to practice hand lettering. And so this is kind of that same deal, you know. My phone keeps going dark. Okay, so this should tell me, okay, I need this red band out closer to here. I don't know if you guys have ever eaten these Otis Spunkmeyer Muffins. I get them at Sam's Club. I love these stupid things. So much easier than cooking a whole batch of muffins your own self. I hope I haven't missed anybody coming in. Okay, so I'm not going to fit everything on, but and I think I will use a lettering guide for, because this is going to be like that. Okay. It won't be perfect when I watercolor it, but I'll give myself at least yeah, this will be good. And maybe for that lettering, I'll just use like a pen or something. Actually, my spacing is really good on that. Whoop, baby. Okay. And then I'm trying to keep it as close to the way it's shown. That's pretty, my spacing is actually pretty good on these, so I can clean it up later. Hey, Dorothy. Did you buy or make that template? Ruth, you can buy them. Here's a store-bought one, and I've had these for years and years because I did it when I worked. You can buy them. They've gotten very expensive. So what I've done is keep some packaging acetate. And I don't, okay, on this one, this is just packaging acetate that I just measured out, got it as straight as I could, and then I cut it like, I don't remember what spacing I used. I could probably look it up, but whatever spacing is comfortable for you. And then, yeah, if you want, someday I'll make a bunch of these and give them away. Because everybody's always intrigued with the lettering guides, but I find them invaluable. I have hundreds of them. I'll make you a brand new one, but I actually have hundreds of them because I might be a little bit anal that way. But I love me a good lettering template. But if you look them up online, you're going to find that they're pretty expensive. And to look them up, just look up lettering guide. And yeah, you'll just go, holy crap, they want that much for that little piece of plastic? What the heck? When did the world go crazy on me? So let's see, it says net weight 4 ounces over here. So I'll use the lettering guide again, and I'll use a little bit. my lettering is a little bit bigger, so I won't put the grams. Or I could just put it underneath, huh? 113 grams. I wouldn't know a gram if it hit me in the butt. You would love one? Okay, so let me make myself a note, and sometime I'll make up a bunch of lettering guides to send them out. Okay, it's on the list. If I get time this week, maybe I'll try and do that next week. This week should be pretty okay because the weather's good. Robert won't be bugging me. I did some of my outdoor work already. So yeah, I should be able to do that. And then the shadows, I'll just put those shadows and highlights. I'll just put in at the watercolor stage. And hopefully they'll work out okay. Now, I could have just as easily drawn this with some water-soluble colored pencils. And I thought about it, but I thought, well, there's so much white. Okay. Yeah, I can buy more muffins. You don't even have to worry about that because I'm going to buy the muffins before I buy anything that's seriously nutritious. There's a couple things in my life that I'm going to have no matter what. Otis Spunkmeyer muffins is one of them. The other one is avocados and coffee. And anything else, I could care less if it's in my house. Care less. Okay, and I don't have the oval of this too correct, but we're going to go with it anyway. All right. And we'll use that. And the handle of the mug is going to be going off the page, and that's okay. Yeah, you can tell that's the handle going off the page. And then the best part about this is, let me get rid of some of my lines that I don't want. But what I'll do is, depending on what I'm working on, I'll either use the water-soluble watercolor pencils so that I don't have to do any of the erasing or anything like that. What I'll do with this is I'll just pick it up with a kneaded eraser, and that'll be fine. Yeah, that cup shape is okay, isn't it? Email me your addresses. I'll just make up a bunch of them, and if you're here and you say you want one, yeah, we'll do some giveaways. And you can always drop me a message on IG. I'm fairly good about reading and answering those. My regular email, I really suck. Yeah, so I'll have a few on hand so that if you can't get here on the day that I give them away, we'll have more. I should have plenty of packaging, I hope. But another thing, and I could run into Dollar Tree and get it. Does the top of the cup look smaller than the bottom of the cup to you? Another thing you can use, and these work out really good, is those cutting mats that they sell at Dollar Tree. Those are thick enough that they work out really good too. So yeah, just saying. And then on this one, I'm just going to give myself kind of a line. Come on, phone. Quit going out on me. I know you want to save batteries, but we don't care right now, okay? Got it? All right. There's a line, Kimberly, so that I can keep my perfect little squares lined up. Okay, now, oh, this corner up here. Well, if you look at the photo, I've got my scavenger hunt list laying on the table up there, and I just thought that would be a fun element to include. And I've also got Devin's chicken up here on a pile of napkins that I use to sop up ink and other crap. So is that what you're talking about, Jen? Yeah, I'm literally just kind of trying to draw off what this whole scene looked like as I was sitting here eating. I was probably watching Dee Dee. Was March 6th a Monday or a Wednesday? I was sitting here watching something, that's for sure, because it dawned on me that I wanted to take a picture of the wild blueberry muffin because it comes in 3 flavors. And the blueberry is my favorite, but the chocolate is good too. And the banana nut, if you put it in the microwave and put butter on it, it's better than the banana bread I could make. That's for sure. So, and this will be a reasonable facsimile of the cup. I do love my my dishes. It was a Wednesday. Okay, I probably did that while Dee Dee was streaming, in all honesty. Hi, Vale. You're late. You're late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm trying to keep my hand a little bit back so you guys can see. But I do love my dishes, so painting this makes me just happy because I do love my my dishes. When I was a working stiff and had kids and stuff, I didn't very often splurge, but the day I went to the dance store and I saw these dishes, I knew I was going to buy them. They're just so damn pretty, and they make you happy while you eat. Because I'm pretty sure my cooking would not make you happy while you eat. You're so far behind. Well, Vale, don't put a lot of undue pressure on yourself. Like have fun. If it takes until July or August or even next year, who cares? Enjoy what you're doing. It's simply just a list of prompts to motivate you to do something that you really enjoy, right? So don't feel bad about being behind. I have 12 left, and I've pretty much decided that I'm not going to do 2 of them. I just don't want to. So there's that. Okay. And this up here is actually going to be, I don't even need to draw it. I'll just do it with the watercolors and then ink. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And rather than have my cutting mat in the background, which this looks like it's dirty, but I literally wash it every day. So it's not really dirty. It's just very well used and loved very much. I'm going to do the back of the table, the wood of the table, and you can see it back here. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. If I can mix the colors right, we'll see. Every time I stream, it's kind of like an adventure, and well, how bad are you going to screw this up? This coffee cup is annoying me. It is really not straight. And I'm not making it any better by making that wider. So I think it's the top over here I need to fix. That's better. All right, where'd you go? I know I had you yesterday. Does anybody else lose things like in a matter of seconds? Let me see in the camera. Yeah, that feels better. Thanks, Jen. Well, again, Jen, don't get freaked out. Just do it as you can. Enjoy what you're doing. Get done what you can, and what you can't, let go. Go on. All right. Get out the kneaded eraser. Does Rice Krispie cereal characters count as cartoon? Yep, because Jen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There are no rules. If you want the Rice Krispies guys to be your cartoon characters, I think they qualify. They're not real people, are they? All right. One thing I do need to absolutely erase because I don't want any sign of it and lines here. Now I have to think about how to approach this. And I'm not real worried because I'm going to do the edges and everything with some black ink. So, yeah, I don't have to be real freaked out because I like watercolor with ink. And the cup is just white. I'll have to do the shadows on it to give it some depth. All right, there's my breakfast. That didn't take too long, did it? Let me clean up some of this. All right, what do we want to start with? Let's do the muffin first. And again, these are Jerry Q watercolors. I don't know what the price is anymore. When I bought them, I thought they were very reasonably priced. Sometimes I just like using different things. I could get out Daniel Smith and M. Graham, which I have probably the most experience with. But that wouldn't be very fun to challenge yourself, right? So what did I do with the spray bottle? Move the paper. That would be just like me to go ahead and spray the whole paper because I don't think I'm going to do wet on wet. I'm just going to, I do love that little tray right there. I'll put some little bit of water in there so I can dunk in there for clean water. The little dish is why I bought the whole dang thing. I'm going to be honest with you. That little dish right there, I was like, I need that because I want that little dish of water. That's how goofy I am. All right. Boy, it would be nice to have more room. And I'm going to use, and I hope it'll work out. I don't know if it will or not, but I'm going to use one of the nail art brushes because I've gotten where I really like this short handle. It's almost like having a pen in your hand. And then these tips are really good. Now, I don't know if they're going to last, you know, where the tip is going to remain nice and pointy. But for right now, I really like the pointy tip. So I am going to do the top of the muffin wet on wet. We had a little bit of blue left in it. That's okay. All right. look at the, oh my God, I wish I had. All right, that's the green one. We'll start with this one. Oh my gosh. And I will use the mixing trays over here. I won't go directly from the pan, I don't think, unless I need a really dark color. I'm probably going to have to move the paint, you guys. Let's see what color the muffin is. I'm mixing 3 colors here. And I'll get out a little piece of the same paper to, okay, yeah, I like that. Put a little bit more of the dark brown. Okay, that'll be good. It is Vale, right? It's so dang cute. And this paper is going to behave very differently than watercolor paper. So, like wet on wet is not going to behave the same way. But I honestly don't think I have watercolored on this mixed media paper before. So it should be able to handle some liquid, I would think. We'll find out. If I don't like it, oh well. I knew what I could do to make it right. But see how you can just hold the paintbrush like a little pen? I like that. So those paintbrushes were a very good little thing. I will go over parts of this again. I'm having a little bit of warpage, and that's fine. I don't want a real hard edge there, so I just added some of the lighter color in there. You found that little dish at a thrift store? Marguerite, you're so, the paints are $13.99. See, Ruth, to me, that is, that's really doable. And I would say they're more than adequate than for anything that, if you're just wanting a set to play with, these are more than adequate. Okay, I'll let that dry and I'll come back and add to it, and then we'll see how the paper behaves. Maybe I want it a little bit darker. And I don't care if it's not even. In fact, I don't want it even necessarily, because the top of a muffin should be a little bit uneven, right? I haven't baked muffins in a long time, so I don't know. And now that I found Mr. Otis, I won't be making muffins either. I used to love to make banana bread. But what pissed me off is I would make banana bread. And of course, unless you're eating it 24/7, it lasts for a while, right? And I'd end up throwing it away. And I'd think, why did I go to all that trouble to make banana bread if I'm just going to end up throwing it away? So, yeah, I decided, nah, for just two of us, I'm just going to buy it. I should have probably drawn those white things in. It would have been easier for me, but oh well. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the best part. No wonder everything was fitting so perfectly. So my spacing's going to be off, but we're going to add it down here. My bad. Okay. Phew. If I'd have forgotten that, I'd have been so mad. The best bit about this, that when you painted it, you get to eat it. Yeah, Dale, you have no idea what my life is really like. Make something with leftover banana bread? No. What I do with leftover banana bread is feed it to the organisms in the septic tank. How about that? That's what we do with that. All right, so this is just a really, really light. Let me see what color I would mix to get that. I'm going to use this again. And I rarely use white unless I'm using it in mixing to lighten something or something like that. So my white is generally utterly trashed out. So, yeah. I did pretty good mixing that, you guys. I'm just going to say. I'll show you the original here in just a minute. And I can go off the edge because I'm going to trim this out to fit it in my Scavenger Hunt book. The paper was 12 by 9. So, yep. See that? The color of it? I did really good. You want the watercolor set? You don't need it. Vale, you're living my life right now. That's pretty much what I think all the time. I don't need it, but damn it, I want it. I need some more of that. I need to clean up a little bit more on this. Okay, for that lettering, now, I don't know, some people might call this cheating. I'm not going to call it cheating. I'm going to use, all right, now this is going to be tricky because the Otis Spunkmeyer, if you look, come on, quit being a pain in the neck. It's that same color surrounding the lettering itself. Probably, I can't do the red first because then when I paint around it with this color, it would smear, right? Hey, Judy. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same color as this and then hope I can just do it adequately. What is the watercolor set? It's called Jerry Q. And apparently you can get it on Amazon because somebody went and found it. I'm going to mix a little bit more of this. And it's like 14 bucks. So it's not like you're going to break the bank. And if you don't like it, but I have to say, here's the swatch card that I made, totally in the wrong order. But the colors are very bright. They're very transparent. And I should have put a black line. So when I redo this, I'm actually going to redo it so that I can put a black line so you can kind of see how transparent it is. That'll help you. All right, let's see. I got, yep, that's good enough. All right, it's dry enough for me to. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger than the letters. But fill it all in and do it, you know, as close to the original as you can. It's not going to be perfect, but yeah, do what you can. And the reason I'm doing the letters like that is when I do it with the red, hopefully it'll have somewhat the outline to follow. I just hit the camera with my head, sorry. Okay. I'm going to let that dry. So let me pick up the little bit of water that I spilled down there. I'm going to, yeah, that's still too wet to mess with. So to save time, I'll just move up here. And that way I can make sure that I get my hand in some wet paint before I'm done here, because I wouldn't want to go through a whole stream and not put my hand in the damn wet paint. Right? Right. All right. So the purple in this set is really pretty. I will say that. The purple is awesome. Now you only get the one purple too. So if you've done too much of it and that's bothersome to you, then yeah, just know that you only get the one purple. I'll probably add some little bit of the dark blue to this to get a darker shade. So when you buy a small set of paints, just know that you won't have all the color selection, but I'm not sure that you need it. You know, with just a little bit of practice, you can figure out how to mix the colors you need. And they are good about giving you the white. So, and remember, watercolor always dries lighter than it looks when you put it down. So hopefully that will dry pretty light. It should. I probably should have written a few little bit more notes about that day or what I was doing, but I'll probably will go ahead and write on here somewhere breakfast while watching Dee Dee, or you know, fill in some of the blank spaces. You know, you can add the weather for that day, you know, whatever you want to fill up your page. Let's see what green I want. I think I want this green. And then I'll come back with the darker green, I think. And I won't go anywhere near that purple. Famous last words. I'll try and stay away from the purple until it dries a little bit. I'm being a little bit more careful with the paint than I was with the drawing. And then I'll isolate those. See, I said I'll stay away from the purple. What did I do? I put it right up next to that purple. But I'll do that detail with the black ink when I'm done. I so want to put my hand down. No, I think it's safe now. And I just need a little tiny bit of yellow. Ooh, that one, it's dirty. I gotta wash that. I gotta clean that up. I don't want dirty yellow. Okay, we'll try again. Actually, I'm going to add just a hair of orange to that to make it a little bit darker. That's better. All right. There isn't actually much painting to this. All right, I need something to drink around here. Ruth went and got the information. Oh, okay. Breakfast at Tiffany's. You put one in your cart? I don't know. I would say of all the different watercolors, this one is not horrible. So your mom's favorite color. Well, the purple in this set, I have to say, is really, really pretty. It's a really pretty light purple. And then I think I'll be able to make it darker with a little bit of the indigo blue. So, yeah. All right. Let's see what we got now. I think this is, yeah, this is dry enough now. One thing working on this mixed media paper, it dries quickly. So which color is the most accurate? It's not the orange red. I think it's more this red. And they do re-wet nicely. So I hadn't used these in a long, long time. And they had little cracks on their surface. But I healed up the cracks really quickly, and they re-wet beautifully. So, yeah. All right, let's see here. Okay, the red goes over down into the P. I'm going to have to be a little careful here for the lettering. But in my opinion, it's the lettering at the end of the day that's going to make it look good. The muffin's just the muffin. These the little nail brushes made that a lot easier than it would have been otherwise, I think. But I think I will still do the lettering with a pen. And if it's not perfect, it'll be okay, because remember, I'm going to ink it when I'm done. So if it looks a little rough, that's fine. I can straighten up a lot of the icky later. And all this lettering down here, I will do, well, I probably will do it with black ink. Even though it's reversed out, I'm not going to reverse it out, because that is incredibly tedious, and there's only so much tedious I can take. Right? So we'll pretend. Need some red. Yeah. Actually, the angle of the package is more out here. And I am watching my original as I'm doing this, because my drawing was pretty rough. Okay, here's the packaging.
That's right.
Hang on just a second, you guys. Okay, never mind. He walked off, so it must not have been important. All right, let me look at the original again. Hi, Joan. Okay, I'm going to straighten this up just a little bit. Because the bottom of the package is not straight. All right. And then I'll write muffin in with the red. Okay, cool. I forgot another part of the drawing, so I'm going to add it real quick. And I'll fit in as much as I can. It's just a reasonable facsimile. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Right. What did Judy have to say? Gotta get all the red out. See, I don't know if you guys think doing this packaging is fun. To me, it's fun. And one of the things on my list of Inktober's to do, and maybe I'll do it this year. I'll see what's going on and how much time I'll have. But one of the things on my list of things to do for Inktober is vintage tins, because I love the lettering and stuff on them. Hang on just a second. All right, Robert's going to scramble lamb out of here. He's had enough of my crap for one day. Adios, loser. Judy's asking if she ever had fireweed jelly. Well, that sounds interesting. I've seen fireweed. Nasturtium jelly. It was really good. Yeah, just eat blueberries and stuff that they grow for you to eat. How about that? All right. This up here, actually, I'll just do the little boxes. Hopefully in the color that is somewhat close to this dang cheat sheet is driving me crazy. I'm making a new one today. All right. I'm going to turn this upside down. Obviously not in proportion, okay? So just don't pay attention to that. And they can just sit up there and dry. Hi, Hermie. Yeah, Robert Vaughn scrambled. He'll be back here shortly. All right, let's look what else we got to do. That green's probably dry enough that I can add some dark on that. I think rather than doing that well, let's do the darker green. I'll just mix it with the other so it's not quite that dark. Look, just touch that. Didn't smear it though, so my lucky. When you're working small like this, it might be a little easier, honestly, to do the detail work with a pen or a colored pencil later. But for this, it's fine. All right. All right. Yeah, that looks more real now. All right, let's see how I, oops, phone keeps going black, trying to save me. Battery, and I don't want it to. I'm taking just a little bit of black. And I'm just going to make some marks in here. I'll add the blueberries in blue. But there's little lines in the... All All right. Going with some serious indigo blue. Well, that's the wrong color. That's the green. That's got to be the darkest blue. All right. This cheat sheet is goofing me up, man. So I'm going to add just a hair of black just to make it a little bit darker. Let's look at where the blueberries are. We'll just, it's not here, but we're going to add one over here just because we can. It'll make it look a little bit more balanced, I think. While I'm working with the blue, I should have done the green down here, but since I've got the blue, I don't think this is going to be dark enough, honestly. I might drop some little black into it. And that's one of the issues if you're using a limited palette. The details I'll do with ink later. Okay, we'll let that dry. Look at, I did end up smearing it. That's what gets me to hitting. Let me see if we can do a little bit of eraser. If we can't, we don't care. Okay, Jacqueline, go have a great afternoon. Turn this upside down and let's try and do some watercolor erasure. Not bad. We can live with that. All right. All right, let's see what the gray is like. Sorry, I have to put my arm here. I could move the paints, I guess, so I don't have to be sticking my arm in there. Might make my life a little bit easier. I do like the mixing palettes, though, on the side of the tray. Makes it really nice. All right, let's see how dark this is. That's really dark. So now I'm just adding a bunch of water to it. I might end up adding just a little bit of the white pigment just to cool it off. Yeah, that's better. That to me is a better shadow for this cup. Because I'll put the original shadow in, and then I'll go back over it with some of the other, I think. This is when it can all go south, you guys. I'll add some more darker here in a minute. Because the light is coming from this direction. Okay. After I get the water down, I can go ahead and add a little bit more paint if I want. But the shadow does just kind of disappear into the white. So it's probably about as much as I want to add. And I don't want it goofing up the other painting. All right, and that blue's almost dark enough. So let me add a little bit. Let me darken up that purple. It's dried over here, but let's go ahead and darken it up a little bit and put some detail in the little violets. Not enough blue. And this is just trial and error. Okay, that's better. All right. Very cool. Very cool. I want a tip here, so I'm going to use this brush, but if I was smart, I probably would get out one of the smaller brushes, but this will be fine. I hope when it dries, it shows up well, but we'll see. If not, I'll come back in probably with a pen. All right, what next? I do like the muffin. I have to say the muffin is coming out pretty good. And this blue's dry enough now that I can add the green to it. You guys, when I'm watercoloring, I'm honestly learning. I am not a watercolor person. The muffin looks good enough to eat, right? I'm pretty happy with it. I think it came out okay. All right, and the lettering I'm going to do with a pen. So, let me use some of this gray while I've got it to put some shadows in the packaging. And actually the shadow here I need to make a lot darker, but we'll let this dry first. And you can't see that end of it, so that's fine. And honestly, I probably could do the whole background of this gray so I could add some highlights where the light is bouncing off the cellophane. I'm not going to do that, but if I was going to spend a lot of time on this, that's probably would be the best thing to do to make it look like cellophane like it is, but we're just going to go with this for the packaging. Using some artistic license here. And then I'll do the actual shadows in a dark gray underneath. In fact, I probably am going to go ahead and do that right now while I've got the gray already wet. I rarely use black, but I've only got one gray in this set. So I'll use the black for that. That's dark, and I made a lot of it, so we'll go ahead and put a shadow up here. Now this is where I want a really straight line, and whether or not I'm going to get one, we'll see. It'll be good enough for government work. And I can go off the page because I'm going to cut that. And there's no shadow on this edge, so let's get that moved real quick. And you want your brush kind of wet for this, but not real wet. And I'm going to go in here with brown later, so I'm not going to worry so much about that. Yeah, that'll be all right. Because then when I go put the table in around it, yeah, we'll see. All right. And then we'll do a darker shadow down here on the cup. Yeah, that'll be all right. And I'll add some dark down in here now. This isn't completely dry, but I think it'll be okay. We'll find out, won't we? Okay, I'll come back and add some darker because it's still too wet to get it too dark, but maybe if I just dab it in there, it'll be okay. We'll see. Yeah, we're going to spread it out. Okay. We'll come back and add it later. All right, Judy's making me hungry over here. Yeah, they're talking about food. I always get so hungry while I'm streaming. I can hardly wait to eat when I'm done. Okay, I don't have very much green. I just saw this little space that I missed. All right, let's go ahead and do some of the lettering. So in case I'm running out of time, I probably won't get to the background, but you guys will see it when I'm done. All right, I'm going to hit it with a heat gun just real quick so I don't accidentally stick my hand in something I don't want. This mixed media paper is not horrible for watercolor. Not great, but not horrible, okay? So look at your picture and see where you want to go next. Let's go with the lettering. This is going to be scary. See where I goofed up right there? I'm just going to have to live with that. Not crazy about it, but I'm going to have to live with it. If I'd have got it while it was still somewhat wet, I might have been able to deal with it, but it'll be what it is. It's not horrible. Actually, the reds are matching pretty well, better than I thought they would. So that's a bonus for me. And if you use your pens like this, wipe them real good when you're done. This one's water-based, so I can clean it pretty good with a wet wipe or something. Because the watercolor will come off on your pen. Yeah, it's all right. I like it. All right, focus, you freak. Where'd my focus, you freak go? Focus, you freak. There you go. That's a little better. Now you can see how either good or bad it is. All right, so what color was that ink? All right, and I didn't draw this in. Let's see. We're going to put it in this size lettering, and it's just below that. See how handy these lettering guides are? That's why I think everybody should have one. And I will see if I have enough material this week to make you guys some. Okay, I wish I'd known you wanted one. Let's see, and now I need a nice blue, like that color blue for the lettering there, and I don't know. I go through my blue pens so fast. The red and the blue, typically I have difficulty when I buy a set. Yeah, that'll be all right. I'll deal with this. And this one, the Statler, these fine liners, I've had these forever. I don't think they ever run out of gray. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, I don't think they ever run out. Let's see. Is that about the size? I'd rather have the other one. What do I do with the other one right here? Yeah. I left a little bit too much space there, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Yeah, I'll go right over it. There we go. Sweet. And then the cursive, I just have to do freehand. You get the idea, right? You ordered a set a few weeks ago, Linda. Awesome. They're good things to have. They just, when you need a tool to fall back on, I don't know. They make everything better. I'm just saying. They make everything better. All right. Thinking what I want to do. I think now I'm going to am I going to come back in here with watercolor? And I need to know so I can decide what pen to use. Maybe I'll use the dark gray. Let me see how this one is. All right, we'll use this. I don't know what this is. A koi brush pen. I bought a set a long time ago of the koi brush in gray, and I think I've used most of them up. The only place there's really dark down here. No, I guess it does. That I'm going to do with a ruler. So it'll just have to be in black. And I think I'm going to do my outlining. I've been using, since I cleaned this platinum gold or carbon ink pen, I have been using the heck out of this. I forgot it because it got dirty and it didn't write cleanly, and I had a level of frustration that was just not cool. And so after I cleaned it, now I'm in love with this stupid pen again. So when you get frustrated with your supplies, freaking clean them. You'll fall back in love. There we go. Let me look at I'm not sure if I want to, well, I will. Since I'm going to ink the whole thing, I think I will go ahead and do a black line here. And then I'm going to have to get out a big brush. Oh, and I still hate that. So let me fix that real quick. Can't remember which one I used. I think no, it wasn't that one. Has to be this one. Okay. All right, let me just clean this up a little bit so I can stick my hand back in it, because I haven't goofed up near enough today. There's still a lot more goofing up to be done. Okay, I'll let that dry. I'm going to stay the heck away from it, and I'm going to go ahead and right now I need quite a bit of the brown, because I'm going to go ahead and do the entire background of this brown, and I want you guys to see that part of it. So let me get out, if I can find a clean one. Yeah, let's use this one. It's got old paint in it. Jasper, look, I'm going to use up some old paint and add to it. Can you believe that? Jasper had a fit that I washed out old paint. It's like, dude, it wasn't enough to do anything. But I'm going to go ahead and use this. And I don't know, this looks like a Daniel Smith quinacridone gold is what it actually looks like to me. Yeah. So that should be enough to do the whole background, shouldn't it? Because it's just slightly darker than that. That's a really pretty rich color. So, and I think I will get out a bigger brush. And I'm going to, the reason is I'm going to have to work quick. Unless I, at this point, want to wet the whole background and just start adding color, which actually would not be a horrible thing. But I think I'll do the background all one color and then add the wood grain to it. And I'll probably add the wood grain in, which one do I want to use? Let's use this big one. We'll see how I work with a great big fat boy brush. For these big areas, I know it'll be fine. It'll just be getting into the tighter areas that are going to be a pain. I might obliterate some of the shadows, but I'll come back in. You're cringing. Jasper, you were so funny that day. I mean, I swear to God, I couldn't have written my name with the amount of paint that I threw away, but you about had a heart attack. It was like, dude, chill. It's all good. All right. Yeah, I think I'm just going to jump in. If we have to remix this, we're in big trouble. Okay, Jasper, and here's the reality of my world. There are a few rules to live in my world. One is you either have to be able to take a shower independently, survive a trip through the dishwasher or the washing machine, or you can't freaking live here. That's that. So other people that, like won't put their antiques or whatever in the dishwasher, the rule in my world is you either survive the trip through the dishwasher or you have to find a new place to live. That's just that. And then I'll add some of this darker here or there while it's still wet. I just thought that was so funny that day that you just had an absolute fit. Like, dude, it's only a little bit of paint. It'll be okay. And when I run out of it, I may look back and bitch at myself for what I've done, but I'll rapidly get back on Amazon and order it. Because that's how I do in my world. And I have to tell you, a lot of stuff has not survived the trip through the washing machine and the dishwasher. But I never feel bad. I just think, well, you're bad. I was cool letting you stay here. But now you're too damn dirty. You can't stay. No, now I will be honest. I do have some of my grandmother's, and I'm going to run out of paint. I do have some of my grandmother's china, her wedding china. I won't put that in the dishwasher, but I won't use it either. So there's that. And I don't care how nice or messy this background looks because my table is an absolute mess. Probably have to mix a little bit more for that bottom part. And a lot of that I can disguise with the wood grain when I do it. So I'll mitigate what I can and not worry about the rest. Now it's going to get real buckly. All right, let me get out some of that paint. I'm almost sure that that was the Queen Gold. Or maybe it was, no, it was Queen Gold. Almost certain. That'll be a good starting point anyway. And then see how close we got. Nope. Definitely needs some more brown. Not liking that. See, if I had any sense at all, I would keep a little swatch card of what I keep in those little palettes, wouldn't I? It was the nickel. All right, that should be close enough, I think. Nope, a little bit more. Yeah, that's all right. See, now I'll add some of the new mixture to the old, and it'll all work out. And if I get weird marks, it'll just become part of the table itself. And actually, because that's clear cellophane, I should put the brown in there too. I probably will. Otherwise, it's just going to look weird. It's going to look like the packaging was white, and the packaging is not white. Over there, I'm not going to, but over here, I'm going to. If it looks too weird, I can always go back and add. Right? Is this background scary now to you guys? It's scary as hell to me. I think I can work with it though. Now, if I was ever going to get my hand in some wet paint, this is where I would do it. Okay. I'm going to add some brown to this here in a minute too. So that's how I'll do the packaging. I'll leave a hint of brown in there, but leave the table darker. It is scary, Jen. We'll live. We will live. I did, and I think I've showed it on stream. I did this exact table actually, years ago. And I did a drawing of a domino game sitting on it. And I loved the way it ended up looking. So because a table that's made with plank boards is never completely one color. So if it looks blotchy, it'll end up looking okay in the end, because I'm going to go back in and add more color to it. Probably what I ought to do is go ahead and dry that now. I'll let it air dry for a minute. I'll clean that crap up. Anyway, I hope I haven't missed anybody coming in. Oh, Marguerite, that is a good idea. To punch out little swatch squares, that actually would be a good idea. I rarely go back and use the paint from an old palette unless it's something like this, just using up something. But yeah, I rarely go back. I try and mix about enough paint for what I'm going to be doing. You know, I try not to have an excess of paint. Let me see. Now I've gotten these darn grams out. I think I will take a little bit of the CPO because it's a nice dark brown. Mix in there just to get some different color of brown in here. Probably ought to do that now. I wonder if that drawing of the dominoes, I know I did one for the Scavenger Hunt back when we had the games. I wonder if that's where the drawing is. I thought I did another one though. Anyway, when this dries and I get some of the texture of the wood in here, it'll be fine. I have confidence because I've done it before. Now I'm just going over it with a little bit of a dry brush to move it around. So then it won't look all so much one color. This little puddle here is going to make me a little crazy though, I think. I'll just leave it. Thanks, Dee. Ruth, that's probably a good idea to swatch on whatever paper you're going to be working on. I don't necessarily, I usually, like, this is a scrap of this paper that I'm working on. So that's pretty much how I do it. I generally pick out the paint that I want to use on any given day for any given project and then swatch it out like that. Otherwise, if you had as much crap around here as I had, you would say, girl, you can't do that much swatches. And I'd say, you're right, I can't. Do our little eraser trick. Hand in paint. All right, we're going to hit this with a heat gun real quick. We'll draw a line down here so when I put the grain in, I have a decent straight line to work with. All right, looking there, I think it'll be okay. And I probably will add a little bit of colored pencil here and there and get some variegation. But let me hit this with a heat gun real quick. And this is, and I want to outline everything in black real quick so you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to be. And then up here, I think I will go ahead and put the date and just a little statement about this was my breakfast on this day when Dee Dee Willingham was streaming. And yeah, that's it. Or spilled coffee, yeah. Yeah, see, you can turn it into a knot. I'm not even worried about it. It'll be fine. That's how confident I am. Pick up whatever little puddles. After I'm done here today, I'll put this underneath some books or something, and by the time I get ready to glue it in the scavenger hunt, it'll be fine. This paper actually is behaving way better than I anticipated, to be honest. I almost drank my paint water, you guys. That's a scary thing. All right, let's get out the pen. I left the lid off. Not the smartest thing I could have done, but it'll be okay. All right. I'm not going to write the actual prompts. I'm just going to probably could put a ruler down and at least get them somewhat straight, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to look like there's writing on the page. Might have been easier just to go ahead and put the actual prompts on here, right? I'm going to turn it upside down so I can see where my other writing is. Yeah. Just looks like a page with writing. Yeah, the little squares on the paper, because it shows up in the photo. See, you can see it up there in the photo. So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and start outlining. And you'll see most of it get done. What you won't see is the wood grain, but I'm pretty sure you guys don't give a rat's ass about that. You can tell where the paper is still a little bit damp. The pen is like, I don't think I want to do that. Not your choice. And if there's any of the graphite left when I'm done, I'll go ahead and erase it. But most of it now has disappeared into the painting, so it's no big deal. All right, come on. I know it's a little damp and you don't like it, but you're going to have to get over that. Because there's only one boss around here, and that would be me. And I'm going to look. I don't think I'm going to draw anything in there. And if I do, I probably will get out a dark brown colored pencil and maybe add a little bit of detail in there. All right, pen, you really do not want to piss me off right now. It's really not liking that damp watercolor. Or maybe it's just picking up enough of the watercolor pigment that it doesn't want to mess. And probably after this, I will go ahead and probably wash it again, put it in the ultrasonic cleaner since I still have it out because I washed a bunch of stuff in there this week. But I think I'll leave the paper. Yeah. Because I'm probably, that's my favorite thing of the whole thing is the way the wrapper looks right now. So, yeah. All right, you know what? I forgot some of the other lettering down there. Let's go ahead and finish this, though. Let's see what color it was. I think it was a reverse, but and I wasn't going to do the reverse, so I probably, yeah. Did I put the little pen away? Yes, I did. We'll go ahead. Since it's got a red background, go ahead and use the blue pen against the red background. These pens don't like writing on top of watercolor either, but they'll get over it. Now I don't remember. I think it was this one that I used. All right, should I look at what else that I might have missed? I have no clue what you guys are talking about, but you're putting names in the chat. Oh, okay. Your Scavenger Hunt books, is that what you're talking about, what you put them in? A golden book? I need to get out a golden book and work in that. All right, just catching up with chat. All right. So since I've got just a little bit of time left, let me check it. You guys, I'll put my photo down with the come on, don't be difficult. Oh, it's hard for you guys to see that with the lights, huh? If I hold it like that and like that, can you guys see how accurate or inaccurate it is? What I could do now is I'll use the Artistro white, and I will put some highlights in this cellophane packaging. And if you weren't here last week and missed it, if you bought these Artistro and you're having trouble with them, take this nib out and go run it underwater, and your pen will come back to life just like it was new again. It's a plastic nib, so yeah. All right, let's see where the highlights really are. Oh, you know what? I can put a highlight right here. And cover up my goof. I love that. And up here, because I didn't put the background in, kind of hard to see. Oh, and I didn't put the lettering in that. I got to do that still too. And then there's a slight highlight in there, but I think I'm going to do it with colored pencil. So there's one right in here. And starting to color on top of your work is probably a scary thing, but you have to do it. So just get over that fear and do it, because that's the way it is. But your work will be more realistic or just look better when you're done. So I would say go ahead and just do it. And I'll put some black in that here in a minute. All right, let's go ahead and I can do the other lettering. They're high in sodium. And you can tell that I don't pay any attention to that crap at all. 410 calories. Okay, that's better. All right. I think I want that darker down in there, or richer actually is what I want, but I probably actually should have done that whole cup a little. I think I will. Do I still have some gray? I darkened it. Damn it. That's all right. We'll just get some more. Because we have more paint. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole inside of that cup. Gray. I think I just like it better. And I think this was really light to begin with. So, yeah, it'll be fine. I don't know if this is going to work, but now I'm going to pick some of it back up. There's a hair in there. I haven't had to deal with cat hairs in forever. Okay, that I like that better. That's better. You guys are talking about tables. All right. You guys got any suggestions? I think I'm gonna, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it with a sepia. Since it's already out there, got nothing to lose. Oh, that is very dark. Little gray on the sides of the mugs. Yep, you're probably right, Leah. Probably would have figured that out later. Let's clean that up before we get something in it. God. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I have enough of the light gray. Yeah, this will work. Yep, that'll be okay. The ink in that pen was the carbon platinum, so it won't spread. You may not have gotten all the brown out of the, I had some on this side, but I think it needs more. Try and get to it while it's still wet, to pull it out in and spread it out. Do that a couple times. Yeah, I should have done one side at a time. That's okay, because this side is definitely darker. So I'm trying to stay away from the colors because they will reactivate, and I don't necessarily need that in my life, you know? Is that better, Leah? You okay with that now? I'll just dull down the white a little bit. But in real life, it's bright white. There we go. Yeah, that feels a little better. Thank you, Leah. You know, I probably should have done a wrinkle on that paper, but there isn't a wrinkle on the paper. But yeah, it would have been probably just a little bit more realistic if that wasn't so damn perfect. Can't believe I just said that. I need to go over and take that and wash it. Let me go ahead and put these away. I think I'm done with the little paint palette. Again, that was Jerry Q paints. They're, I think, $14 for the set at Amazon. Excuse me, very reasonably priced. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'll get a couple of out of here. I'm looking in my colored pencil. Hey, Barbara Clark. Makes you hungry? That was my breakfast on March 6th, which I forgot to write the date or anything in there, but I will. Let me get a couple of browns out. My favorite brown, I think, is chocolate brown. Might want that one a little bit. Yeah, there's, okay. And then always need a black and a white. But to draw the lines, oh, and you know what? I'll use my new sharpener. We'll give it a try. How about that? Because my chocolate is broken. This pencil had been dropped before I bought it, so I tried that idea of putting it in the microwave and heating it up for like 10 seconds. Well, it didn't even dawn on me that the lettering was gold foil. And look at the pencil almost caught on fire, but that didn't help. But the one thing that did help, if you end up with a pencil that has a broken lead and you want to try and mold it back together because you're very cheap like I am, if you live in a climate where it's really, really hot, and it's what I have for breakfast a lot of days, Jen, but this picture just happened to be from March 6th because I wanted to do the blueberry because it's my very favorite. Anyway, if you live in a very hot climate, excuse me, take your pencils and roll up all the windows on your car. Put your pencils in the car and leave them for 2 to 3 hours, and you will heal your pencils. Just saying. I did it, and it works. And I'm just going to draw the lines where the wood planks match up. And I'll make them all the same width going across the table. And hopefully it will look somewhat realistic. But I got to remember to try that new pencil sharpener I just got. And now I've actually changed the perspective, right? Because the picture was taken at an angle, and now I'm looking at the table top down, because this is someplace where if I was sitting here looking down the table, it would have like 1 point perspective, right? If it could go far enough. But the section of table that we're looking at is so small, I'm not going to worry about it for this. But yeah, you would alter your image to whatever extent to change the perspective, right? I'm not going to get that crazy. I am using the other lines to keep these somewhat the same though. We'll add one over here just for the hell of it. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. All right, let's give this sharpener a try. Now, this could not, this might not be a fair attempt because this pencil I recognize is already a piece of crap. That blade is really sharp. Oh, there's nothing better than brand new pencil sharpener. And I changed the blades in mine, and I can tell the difference. Oh, that's so nice. It was broke down pretty far in here. And the pencil split, too. Look at that little bad boy. He's so pretty and cute with his new sharpening. All right. See why I wasn't worried so much about the background. Let me pull you guys down so you can see it. Oh, see, I need to throw this pencil away. The stupid thing about that is, you guys, I have a replacement pencil for that. Why don't I get it out and flip and use it? Huh? There's your knot, Ruth. So you can get a wood grain look really easily just doing something like this. And then I thought if there's a particular area that I don't like the coloring or whatever, I'll just go in and make it a little bit richer with the burnt ochre. I like the splotchiness of it. It doesn't bother me a bit. But yeah, you can always fake your eyes out. Maybe even to make it look richer, add some yellowed orange. Because this is not really a table. All I'm doing here is tricking your brain into thinking that it's a muffin with a cup of coffee on the table. And this is about the grain of some of the planks in this table. Yeah, I try and use them all to the very end. Brenda, did I even say hi to you? Okay, this one we probably will. Go ahead and just turn into a freaking knot. So when you back away and look at it, you give your table a lot of texture. And any place that I'm not happy with, I'll just go in and add some color or whatever. But I will definitely make it variations. Because that's kind of really what the table is. I have no idea what kind of wood is in this table. Jim and I bought this when we very first moved here, and we were going to remodel the kitchen, and so we had sold our furniture in Boulder, and we were going to buy furniture to fit this house, but we were going to remodel some of the house first. And so we bought this piece of crap table just to get us by, and then we were either going to sell it or donate it. Who knew? We didn't care. And of course, then he got sick, and none of that ever happened. So I still have the piece of crap table that when we bought, we thought, well, we can live with this, until we can pick out the table that we actually want. And here we are 27 years later, still using the same old table and chairs. Robert's fixed one of the chairs because some fat ass friend broke it. Thank you, Leah. So you don't have to sit and watch me do all that, but that's kind of what I'll do with the wood. I will put enough texture in the wood that the blotchiness will look like it just belongs. So now I should grade myself, right? I like it. I do like it. Aw, Hermie, I could just hug you around the neck, girl. So yeah, it won't take me long to go ahead and finish the texture on the wood. So I don't know if you guys thought I was just going to leave it that background that I painted, but no, it'll have some texture to it. And it does look pretty much like the muffin, though, I have to say. Yeah, I'm going to head out here, too. My time is just about up. Ah, Judy, thank you so much. Yep, that's my draw your breakfast. So, yeah, I need to use this pencil sharpener more and see how much I love it. See how it works on the... I think I'm going to move it to 3, though. That blade is so flippin' sharp. I can't believe it. That is so awesome. I like it. Dee Dee says leave it on 2. Okay, I'll do what Dee Dee says, but I think I want mine, but for a sharp lead, you guys, you can't beat that. For real. That's going to be awesome. And I actually like this stain on the table right here where it puddled, because that's what old furniture starts looking like, right? Yeah, I'm going to be A-okay with this. A-okay. Nope, I don't want that. Let's use this one. All right, you guys, I'm going to take off. I hope you guys have a really great evening. I very much appreciate you spending your time with me as you go out into the world dealing with all the dumbasses that are out there. Try and be kind. That's great coming from me, who is the snark queen, but I really do try and be kind. I just think it's getting more and more difficult all the time. But keep trying, okay? All right, Terry, thanks so much. Thanks, everybody, for hanging with me. Thanks for supporting me. I'm going to go fix us something to eat, as usual. All right. Love you guys. Hey, View, what is your other channel, you crazy wench? I want to know. You like the snark? I love the snark, too. View, you crazy woman. All right. View, you know how to get a hold of me. View, another thing I wanted to ask you is, are you on Instagram? I don't know if I follow you on Instagram. Anyway, I don't need to take up a bunch. Thank you, Vale. Okay, I'll find you on Instagram. All right. I'm going to go and live life. Do something fun, and more importantly than anything in the world, just be happy. Don't look for trouble. Be happy. Okay, View. All right, you guys. Love you. See you. Bye.